easy because I work in Mayfair, and our gallery is from Beijing, and when we decided the location in London, and we knew that we must be in Mayfair.
That's very funny.
It's not funny. It's what everybody would think about. Why do you say it's funny anyway? I wonder.
Funny in the sense that it's a stereotype that has been in the making since 200 years ago, and it actually worked on people's minds.
It's true. That's just the impression.
I mean, it's okay because it's indeed that Mayfair is one of the earliest art market center in the world, not to speak in UK. Let's go back to again our structure today, the art world, right? There's not that many complicated layers. You don't have like so many players, but you have the essential ones, so to speak. You have the artists, you have the galleries, and then you have the academy. So I think the main driving force was RA, the Royal Academy. It was also during those times that the summer exhibition of RA became so popular.
Do you know, so who started the RA?
Actually, the Royal Academy sounds like the royal family.
Exactly.
It has nothing to do with the royal family.
That's what's confusing about UK, isn't it? Everything has the term royal in it.
It feels posh.
Yeah, it's like, anyway.
I mean, now the royal family is floating around in US. Do you think they have anything to do with royal still?
They're gonna start something royal in the US. You're gonna have some royal Madonna or something
and
like that.
And then in 1,000 years, some people is going to be sitting here like us, and then with
is royal Madonna has something to do with
the royal
Harry?
Okay.
Back to art.
So basically, Royal Academy itself is an independent institution established by a couple of artists and architects.
Nothing to do with royals.
Yeah, nothing to do with royal. I'm not going to bore you about the name of the founder.
Yeah, I wouldn't remember anyway.
But nevertheless, in the 19th century, the Royal Academy Summer Show became the social event where all the British gentlemen and gentlewomen came together.
How? Because I'm looking at in the artwork today, is I can't imagine a few artists with no galleries involved.
But by that time, there's no gallery yet. We're talking about 1870s.
But how do they had the ability to invite all these people?
That's why. Well, of course, there are funding structure, but this is not the point here. The funding structure is always there. Maybe you get it from wealthy individuals, industrialists, old money. You get it from the royal family. That's for sure. But what I'm trying to say here is that RA, as you can see, yes, it is selected by architects and artists. The work being exhibited, but it soon became a representative of a certain taste of work.
Interesting.
Which influenced the next 200 years of galleries that chose to be in Mayfair.
What sort of influence?
So we look at the painting. That will become a little bit more clear what we're talking about here. So
definitely.
The painting of Powell, this painting here, it depicts a classic scene of a preview during a summer exhibition.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you can see here, the paintings on the wall are all of classical styles, such as the realistic depiction of the natural landscape, you see, or a portrait of the British dignitary.
Okay.
Remember, that's 1960s, right? 1960s. Back in France, it's already, a whole generation of Impressionism, Post-Impressionism, like Paul Cézanne, 1900, or even Picasso already. So it's quite different, the style itself. Right?
Ooh, yeah.
And also within the most notable portraits by John Millet, later become the president of Royal Academy.
Okay.
John Millet is an artist, a very well-praised artist in UK.
Okay.
Belonging to the Pre-Raphaelites school.
Okay.
Right. So now you get it. You get the style of what RA is presenting here, right? From the summer exhibition.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's focus a bit on the gallery side. Okay.
Yes.
Now I'm going to introduce the gallery side of the West End, or of the Mayfair galleries. So here is something that I found from a book as well. So it's basically written by a British novelist describing his gallery's experience during that time at the Mayfair.
What year are we talking about?
We're still talking about 1870s. So he said, "Here I see a great religious work by Sir Noel Paton, the Baronet, and the Royal Scottish Academician." Which leads us straight back to Royal Academy. Because you know in Royal Academy they have a accreditation system called the academician.
Okay.
Even now, you know, Anthony
Okay.
Gomni, Philida Barlow, all of those contemporary artists,
Yeah.
they are accredited. The picture was explained by two blonde gentlemen in the most insipid blonde.
Not black,
Not brown,
not yellow,
not brunette,
blonde.
blonde. Yellow eyes blonde gentlemen in the most insipid terms, every display work to sacralize the gallery. So you get me here, the correlation between the two agents, you know, like on one hand you have RA serve as a guardians of a particular taste of art, you see, like really upholding the highest quality of British art at that time.
Yeah.
The galleries, on the other hand, by featuring similar category of artists, for example, directly in academicians from the RA itself, is actually complementing this taste.
Okay.
If RA is the tastemaker, so to speak, to associate a cultural capital to an artist by acknowledging his present in the institution itself, the gallery further pushed it, like to turn the social capital into a monetary, valuable piece of work.
Wow. Interesting.
So, for example, now that's why you said you want to go to. That's why I want to say that when you say that you feel like that you're going to make it in Mayfair,
Yeah.
it's not necessary because Mayfair might represent a very particular type of contemporary art. Let's say British Turner Prize winner art,
The money-making art.
blue chip art. Anyway.
I guess it's more convenient. It's just like
Yeah.
everybody else is around there, and you're part of the gang.
But it's about the taste that you want to associate yourself with. For example, it's David Hockney, it's the YBA, you know, the established YBA, it's Damien Hirst now, it's Anthony Gomni now. But it doesn't mean that if, I don't know about your gallery, of course, right? But it doesn't mean that if you're trying to push another style of art, you won't be able to make it unless you associate yourself with Mayfair. And I think that's where East End is coming into play.
Okay, tell me about East End.